We completed the KESS research project with blizzard protection systems, and the main aim of the project was to look at how their products compared with some of the other market leaders in, and Blizzard make survival products for people when they're in cold environments, like survival bags. So that was the main aim of the project. Okay, so I think in the short term what we've been able to show and help Blizzard is to show that their products compare very, very well to existing products on the market. So that's enabled Blizzard to gain a lot of confidence with their product, and that will hopefully help them be able to make future sales to other companies. And I think more long term what we hope is that the emergency services and armed forces might start to adopt these products, which will allow them to better care for coal casualties in the field. I think it's had a few different effects really. The first one, which is obvious, it provided funds for a PhD student to come and study here and complete a postgraduate degree, which is wonderful. And because of that, we've then been able to produce some research and some manuscripts and papers for publication. And I think additionally to that, and maybe more importantly, it's created a buzz around the topic. It's allowed other students from undergraduate degrees to be able to help assist with the data collection, and I think it's always really nice for students to be working on real-world research which has direct effects to populations, and a lot of the students here are very interested in outdoor activities, so it's really nice for them to be able to work on a project where they feel like their research might have benefit to those people who they work with and complete leisure activities with. For the school, it's allowed us to be involved with a business which their aims are slightly different to academic aims, and I think that that's enabled me to gain more commercial understanding and allow me to personally be able to understand more the important aspects of being a business and have a greater insight to when I'm producing grants and working with companies maybe on future KESS-like projects. I think for the school, it's enabled the school to have a more far-reaching influence on local business. So we've actually been able to help upskill the business and be able to discuss, so have meetings with the company and help them with designing potentially future products and testing existing products. So I think that's been a really nice interaction for the school and the business. And also we've been involved in a few trade fairs with the business, so it's enabled Bangor University maybe to get its name further reaching than maybe just within the normal academic circles and student circles. We've actually been able to start to be able to talk about Bangor University within these trade fairs and with other companies, which I think is always helpful to get the name further afield. Yeah, so we're here in the School for Health and Exercise Sciences, so the work that I did with Blizzard to look at coal casualty protection, although it fits well with the Extremes Research Group that I'm involved in, I guess our bread and butter is working with athletes and athletic performance. So we were able to follow up the KESS project with an ATM project, which was with Blizzard as well, and we worked there on using their products to help with some elite athletes in keeping them at the right temperature prior to performance, and we were able to show some benefits of the similar Blizzard products to helping with athletic performance rather than protecting people from coal casualties from the cold environment up in the mountains, for example. I think it was a really nice balanced PhD. Rather a lot of PhDs involve a supervisor, an academic school, doing laboratory work within sciences, but I think for Jennifer it gave her this extra angle of working with a commercial company, again gaining a little bit more insight into what things are important for commercial companies, the financial implications which are key within any business. So I think she started to understand how the science fits with more commercial activities, and I think that will stand her in really good stead in the future in whatever employment she goes into, whether she continues in academics or goes on into more business orientated employment. My relationship with Blizzard started actually before we did the KESS. So Blizzard are a company based very locally in Bethesda from Bangor, and I spoke with Derek Ryden, who was the company partner who helped sort of supervise Jennifer's PhD. It's been a really nice relationship to develop, and it was nice that the KESS scheme came along to help support some ideas that we had sort of a couple of years before the KESS scheme. So our relationship's always been very, very good, and it's nice to be able to bounce those ideas off somebody from the company and who's developed the products. So for me, it's been a really nice process, a really creative process. And I think for Jennifer, she had a really good relationship with the company. They were able to support her studies. They were really efficient about producing the products, giving her the products at the right time. So I think it's something that Jennifer's enjoyed doing. I think for the future, I think Blizzard are, I guess, like a lot of companies looking to grow. So where they grow with their product development and maybe product line, I think there's definitely going to be a future for additional testing of new products that come out. So in a similar way to the work we've done previously to show their products and how they compare with other existing products, I think there's always going to be a potential for future work there. And I think there's also potentially a future for the athletic performance work we did on the ATM, and developing that a bit further to see whether we can optimize the performance of all of the products. So I think that there is a natural continuation that could happen with Blizzard. I think with the right sort of funding, like the KESS and ATM and funding schemes. I think it's always time is always the thing for me. I think the getting the student at the right time. So the timing of the KESS schemes, I think we have really good students that come through from undergraduate and postgraduate studies that would be potentially suitable for like a PhD type thing. So it'd be really nice if the timing of the KESS or ATM type scholarships allowed us to be able to start looking for people maybe at the beginning of a summer period before they start their academics in September. And I guess time and protected time for academics, I think, is to do the research and come up with the ideas and work with the business partners. So I think for Blizzard, we've got that link and we've got that established link, and the KESS has allowed us to keep that happening. But I think for developing other links, I think it's almost having time before the KESS scheme comes out and enough time and enough notice to be able to think, oh yeah, that company could be a good company that would work well for everyone and benefit the company and the university. So I think it's, unfortunately, I think it's somehow creating more time for everybody. I think we were very adventurous with some of the research that we did. I think Jennifer did a fantastic job given the amount of time she had to collect so much data, and so I think maybe being maybe more modest in some of the aims of some of the research studies would be worth considering in the future. I think Jennifer did a fantastic job, but I think maybe sitting down with a partner and with a bit more experience working with Blizzard, I think we might set our sights on maybe not trying to do so many research studies in the time that we did. No, I think KESS has been a wonderful scheme to involve local businesses. I think it's always really important to be able to try and have some outreach to the local community. I think the KESS project for us here at the Schools for Health and Exercise Sciences, with a Bethesda-based business like Blizzard, has been a really nice collaboration. and it's fantastic. It's giving the opportunity for students to gain both academic qualifications, but also important real-world insight into commercial activities within a small, medium business enterprise like Blizzard. So for me, it's everybody wins. The academic gets to do more outreach activities. The student gets to get a qualification and experience, and the company, I think, have gained confidence and some real-life data which they can discuss with potential buyers, for example, of their products. So it's a win-win-win, I think, for everybody, and I think that's a great part of this scheme.